Hello, everybody, and welcome to welcome to
Come on, man.
Come on, you got this.
You can do it.
It's okay, man, okay? It was meant to be. It had to happen, okay?
Okay.
She only had 10 HP left. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Welcome to Boss Mode. These are your hosts, Valentino Hansen,
All right, we got Jared through it.
DJ Hamback. Wow. And I'm Jared Todd. And welcome to Boss Mode. Now you are passing the point of no return, so would you kindly put down whatever it is that you may be doing and listen to Boss Mode. So, let's start with Valentino. What is the latest in gaming that you are participating in, sir?
Well, still playing Deus Ex. I finally actually
All right.
got a little time on it this week, and well, I like the way what they did with the choices this time. It's one of those like you can still feel like you're making the choice, and but at the same time it still like has like a good little set narrative to go through, and it's really good. It's
okay. All right, DJ, what have you been doing in gaming lately?
I cut my time in Dishonored from 5 hours to complete the story to 2.5.
Ooh,
That's
good.
that's without glitches.
Without glitches. You should. Have you ever thought about doing speedrunning at all?
I have, but I'm not too good with how to actually complete the glitches and actually do them.
Oh yeah, and I can see like the pressure. I watched some speedrunners that had to do this perfectly in front of a lot of people, and it's like,
Yeah.
I've seen some awkward moments at speedrunning games.
I saw this
too,
one
like-
guy, he did it and he died. He had to restart the entire level.
Oh gosh, I thought you were talking about actual death.
wow. Okay.
He did it and he died while
How about
speedrunning.
leading with that?
Still completed it.
Anyways,
Best time ever.
what have I been doing lately in gaming? I've been playing a lot of actually seemingly boring games like Dwarf Fortress.
Tetris.
I've been playing Subtle Sea a lot. I'm playing Space Station 13, as I mentioned, kind of a heavy role-playing game out in space that has the same attention to detail as Dwarf Fortress, but that's what I've been obsessing over recently in these games, is attention to detail, because that's just so cool when you can have, like here. One of my, in Dwarf Fortress, I had a cat, right? There was a cat, and there's a lot of, it's kind of, the game it's run with these symbols, right, that represent units going around a grid-based system. That's the best I can explain it. And actually, like, every single dwarf, it simulates history. No matter what processor you have when you start the world, it simulates, you know, maybe 100 or so years of history, and it slows down at the end, because every single character in there has motivations, has things that they recently liked or recently disliked, or falling in love, or doing this, or dying. And doing that, every single detail is remembered based on basically how it is their impact on history, but it's all tracked, and that's pretty cool. But have you guys ever been playing any underwater games recently?
Underwater?
Any games that take you underwater? I think you have, DJ.
I have.
Yes, you have.
I have.
You've been playing some BioShock, so
Yes.
I want to talk about what is under these oceans in video games. Thank you. General Sam has a video actually where he was showing what's under Fallout's oceans, and this is what really got me thinking. And so where he goes on, and sometimes you need console commands to see what's under the oceans, but there's actually a lot of detail under there. There's sunken ships, this and that, and it's really cool, but I think the console commands takes away what my favorite thing about going underwater is, and it's that curiosity. You go under there, you see this like, on the edges of the water, like you can see like in this murky pool, and you're like, wow, what's over here? And things come out of you, and they come out towards you in the distance, these massive shapes, and it's frightening, but it's also really exciting. You get a lot of this in games like Subnautica. Have you guys heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only problem is with BioShock is that, not BioShock, damn, with Fallout, is that even though it's better to use the console commands, because if not, you go in and you die.
Exactly.
From trying to,
He was
look
exploring.
at
He was showing us exactly what was in there. I know you can.
They have a ship with cat pictures all over in the inside of it and upside down.
Really?
It's in one of
I didn't know that.
it's in one of the boats in Fallout, the new Fallout 4. You go in one of the boats. I think it's past the nuclear wasteland, but you can go in. You look underneath. You look in. There's like pictures of cats. It's really weird.
This is underwater too.
Yeah, this is underwater. This is on a
Guys,
boat.
these are the things you can find under these games' oceans. And I know. What about some program sequences? I know. I can't think of the RPG's name. It's Star Wars.
Something.
They made an MMO about it.
Lego?
No, they made an MMO about it. Star Wars: The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, KOTOR.
Okay.
I know the original KOTOR had a sequence that it took you underwater and you were in this suit and you're going. This is from what I kind of remember. This is way during the Xbox era. So like. And it was BioWare when BioWare was great. Thank you. It was BioWare when BioWare was great. And like you see these shapes and everything. Soma is another game that I've recently played that is underwater. Really good.
Soma.
But it didn't draw a lot from underwater. Oh
That's
man.
an FPS?
Yeah, that's an FPS.
Oh, okay.
Soma's just underwater. It's survival. It's not survival horror. It's horror, kind of like a walking simulator, but a walking simulator done right. The storyline was great, and definitely that underwater element added so much to it, and that's really cool.
Is it free?
No, it costs money.
You
It's
heard it here
made by the
first,
same guys who played Amnesia: Dark Descent, and if you guys haven't noticed yet, I love horror games, so.
He does. It's weird.
And especially underwater horror games. So I want to talk about actually one story that kind of encapsulates what I enjoy most about horror games. So you go underwater, right?
Yes.
Go underwater in Subnautica. I hear like this reverberating in your chest noise. What is that? I look under me and a shape is forming. It's getting closer. Is that a mouth? What is that? Oh my gosh, it's coming towards me. And it's a harmless little Cthulhu-looking beast. But it's so awesome.
Isn't it like giant though? I remember one. I was watching a playthrough done by Markiplier. Yes, you heard it. I was watching.
What's up, everybody? This is Mark. That was terrible. That was terrible. Keep going.
You failed.
I tried.
So I was watching him play, and at one point he doesn't notice this happening. But if you look in the video and off to the distance, there's actually this giant form, like just kind of going by. He hears it before he sees it. It was one of those giant red snake-like fish. He's just kind of. Like, it went right in front of him, and he didn't even notice it until it came and attacked his ship.
And isn't that one of the scariest things? You're talking about Subnautica, right? Yeah. You were talking about the Leviathan, and I'm not sure which Leviathan it is. They're adding another one called the Sea Emperor. Or maybe I have the name switched. But anyways, they're adding another one that's even bigger, but I'm not sure if it's going to be aggressive mob or not. But the one you're mentioning, the red sea snake, has these like little feelers around its head, like this. It's so scary, and it's very aggressive. It's around the Aurora. You get near the Aurora, right, in your ship, and all of a sudden you hear something hit against it. This is my first experience. Hit. And I was like, what is that? And I'm going around, what is that? All of a sudden out of nowhere, this thing just comes and grabs the thing and it shakes it around, and this would be a great ride at Disney, actually.
Yeah, it would be.
It's like feeling it shaking around, having it scream in your face.
Have water
I was so horrified. I played with headphones on only, so it was so scary. So what are some underwater experiences you guys have had in video games?
What about you?
Man, there are almost like none. Like,
Go on water games, you're drowning?
Because like, a lot of them has been popping up lately. Like I have some of them on my wish list. Like there's this one where like you can either be a shark or a human, and I just what I like about the prospect of these underwater games is like the mysterious nature of it, because we don't know everything that's down there.
Exactly.
And then it's also works double for horror because it's also kind of puts you in this kind of cage, if you will. Like in horror games above ground, you know, oh, I can escape, I can run. But like for man to be underwater, that's not our natural element. Mm-mm. So it gives it that extra feel of, oh my God, they have, you know, these creatures. Could be just regular fish, but even the regular fish, sharks, excuse me, they have the advantage down here, and you know, I'm at their mercy, and it's just, you know, one wrong move, and you could be gone.
Exactly.
Lost to the blue deep.
And that's one of the scariest things.
I'm currently just like looking for something, you know, I think I might try that Soma out.
It's really good. I think you'd enjoy it, but keep in mind, it can sometimes be kind of a walking simulator, but the atmosphere just yanks you right in. So what about you, David?
BioShock 1 and 2, not infinite. It can leave. So one of the best things about BioShock is that in the second BioShock game, you can actually you at one point you have to go from one part of the city to the other because the bridge has been collapsed. So as the big daddy, you have to go through the water and traverse it. Now that part is like a walking simulator. You're just walking, just trying to get through it. You don't really kill anything. Nothing's there to fight you, and that's like the only part where you're actually in the water, underwater. Because the rest of it is just a giant. For those who don't know what BioShock is, it's a giant city underground. The world has gone to chaos, and it was supposed to be a utopian world. That didn't work out so well.
It's a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow.
Easy.
Very
really?
Ayn Randish. Yeah. That's actually the quote, isn't it, in the Lighthouse?
It is. That's actually they. If I'm correct, I think they actually based the games off of Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry.
Rand.
If you're somehow watching this, I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyway, But yeah, it's like the only hard part next to killing the big sister. But I don't want to kill the big sister.
Tell me a little bit more about the big sisters, because I'm familiar with the big daddies.
Okay,
and the reason I'm talking about this game, by the way, it has been remastered for how much on Steam?
It is, if I'm correct, is $60.
$16?
$60?
60?
I think so.
It's full price?
No. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You ready? Wait for it. If you already have the game on Xbox, I think you get it for free.
But that's so specific.
I'm not sure though.
Why not on Steam?
Check it up on Steam. We don't know. You can check
I know the
for
original
us.
game is $4.99 if you just want not the remaster. It's a pretty good experience. I played the first one, definitely.
If you want to find out for yourself, go on Steam and find out what it is and tell us in the comments section below and hit us up on Twitter if necessary. But one of the other things, so you're asking me about the big sisters.
Yeah.
So listen to this. So first game you play as, I think you play as Jack Ryan.
Okay.
Possibly. Yeah. I'm trying to remember this correctly. You play as Jack Ryan. You have to go and you kill Fontaine.
Yes.
Then you go from Fontaine, and you have to kill. I'm sorry. You go and you kill Andrew Ryan. Then you go to kill Fontaine. Fontaine's he's the boss. He's the main bad guy you fight at the very end of the game. Now, in the second game, I don't know why I told you all that because that has nothing to do with what I was about to say. In the second game, you play as I think his name is Project Delta or Project no, it was Delta because you play as a big daddy.
Yeah.
And you have to go and you have to find the main entire thing is just you trying to find your little sister, your matching pair. And then as you go and venture throughout Rapture to find her, you encounter another entity just like yourself called the Big Sister. The Big Sister was made to combat Big Daddies and replace them as being a better model because they had a tighter bond with the little sisters. They also had better equipment. They were faster. They were a lot more ferocious.
Ferocious than Big Daddy.
Well,
she jumps everywhere and screams.
To the defense of the Big Daddies, you can almost skate by all of them if you just don't aggro it.
Yeah, but you need to do
Except
that.
that one you had to fight.
Well, no, here's the thing though. You have
that
to
one
fight.
you had to fight was intense though.
That's true.
The first Big Daddy you have
to take out the Big Daddy so you can get the little sisters and get the atoms so you can get better powers in the first game.
Yeah.
Or you can save them.
Well, exactly.
We see what Shy David takes.
Oh yeah, this guy's harvesting all of them, aren't you?
No, I saved all of them.
It's a child.
I saved them. I never harvested them once.
Does it feel
I
good?
think no. I think
just
we're
stuck that needle in
Okay.
them. Just stuck it in there like yeah.
I'm gonna let you know this now. I saved the little sisters. I never harvested a single one, except the second time when I played. I harvested every
Little
one.
sisters
This is like a
lives
presidential
matter.
debate. Yeah.
Okay, the second
Little sister lives matter, people.
Yeah.
when I played it the second time, I harvested them all. I didn't save them. The first game I saved them though because I always played as the good
It's
guy
what's on
first.
your latest save file that matters.
Exactly.
That's what I say.
And all I
good thing I
know
never
is you
finished
did
it.
this. You did this.
Well,
to
good
him.
thing I never finished the first Bioshock.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they were
You
doing.
just shot him up like heroin. You just shot him up like heroin.
Straight up at him. Ah! God.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right, we had an episode.
Yeah.
Let's get back.
That's a thing.
Okay, we're talking about Big Daddies. Tell me more about the setting and underwater. When you look out the windows, when you see just that abyss,
We don't
and
see
it
an
looks
abyss, you
back
just see
into
city.
you.
It looks-
what
it
do you
look-
think?
It's
a dome city.
It's like underwater New York. It's not much different. There's pollution. There's probably some dead fish crawling.
It's
There's
not
probably-
much
Somewhere
different. Wait a
there's
second.
somewhere there's probably a sea rat pulling a piece of pizza down a subway line. But that's besides the point. Now,
The mysteries of the ocean.
we'll never know. The way Rapture is that it was built underwater. You can find out. This is another YouTube video. You can search up. Is Rapture possible? And it's been scientifically proven. It is possible.
Really? Even with
It
all
is.
that pressure?
Here's the
Do you guys
thing.
think it's
Do you
possible?
know-
Comment below.
yes.
And tell us, is it possible or not? Or hit us up on Twitter if you want a conversation.
They used Pyrex.
What's Pyrex?
So Pyrex is a glass type. So imagine this bottle is made of glass.
Okay. It's bottles glass.
Yeah, if this was regular glass under the ocean, this would break from the pressure.
The weight of the sea.
Duh! No.
Soma.
No. But if this was made of Pyrex, the way Pyrex is made, it is heat. If you take regular glass and you heat it up and you cool it quickly, it breaks. If you do the same thing to Pyrex, it doesn't break. It's a lot more durable. And because of the way they form, it's stronger glass.
Yeah.
It's very strong
it's
glass.
Like Super Saiyan glass.
If Pyrex were to be glass, it'd be like I'm you, but better.
Yeah.
But here's just to end it off. Another thing about it is that because all the tops are domes and not like spikes or anything, the pressure actually spreads evenly over the top like an eggshell.
Interesting.
Yes.
Because have you guys tried that exercise where crushing an eggshell?
And you can't do it. You can't do it from the actually you try to squeeze it down like
I'm
this.
just gonna leave it crushing an eggshell. See how many people will go and just.
Well, no, you can do that. You actually, if you do it like that, you can actually break it. But
you have to have
if you try pushing it down like on each side, it won't do anything. No matter how hard you push or no matter how you put it between a freaking press, it won't work.
Yep.
If you put it on the side, it'll go.
But honestly, I really feel like the ocean and the seas are our final frontier.
They are.
Because there's not space. But Fail Better Games is actually doing things kind of backwards.
Yeah.
They're going from the ocean with sunless sea to space with sunless skies. And why? You guys know how much I love Sunless Sea. Like, this is one of my favorite things to talk about. Sunless Sea is a story-based. It's got this engine that operates on story snippets. The snippets are modified based on what you do and the choices you make and create the full story for you and your captain and your crew. Now, Sunless Sea is based on very Lovecraftian, very horrifying elements. You have to manage your terror because you're in this underwater ocean, this cavern, and there's these unnatural things. Like, here are some of the updates, the reports you'll get as a captain in Sunless Sea. Far off, someone screams.
Dun, dun,
A yellow light glimmers on the horizon for a moment, then fades. Eyeless dolphins like something play in your wake. The something is omitted, obviously. They are much better writers than I am. They are such good writers. But you get these awesome stories, and this is going to continue to
This is
space.
talking about eyeless dolphins.
And you have to manage these supplies, right? Because if you run out of supplies, your crew starts eating each other, and then you. This is horrifying. It's like there's just like one instance.
So
I know
it's
my crew.
So it's a cannibalism simulator.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on how high your hearts are, which decides the spirit of your crew. But yeah, pretty much it's cannibalism simulator.
I would
eat your crew. In fact,
I would do it on purpose to make everything work except the food port, just so I can see them eat each other.
Goodness, it's scary. In fact, Fail Better Games has, one of their things is welcome tasty friends. So obviously you're gonna experience that playing Sunless Sea, but Sunless Skies brings it into space. But there's a few things I'm worried about. There's a few things I like. I like the storyline. The stars are like these entities that decide the laws of the universe, that enforce the laws of the universe.
So like Green Lantern. There's a living planet.
Kinda, yeah. Yes, they're living.
Just not with
and there's a revolution and they're being murdered. And so that's basically the basis for this. But okay, the things I like about Sunless Sea is it wasn't high fantasy. There's no really high steampunk. It's Victorian era, but it all makes sense. It's all technology that they did have back then. Steam, regular steam, but now they're gonna have to go crazy with some stuff. What do you guys think about this going into space? In fact, Valentino has some facts up about the game. So what do you think about this?
Well, let's see. First off, thing they're touting their story, of course, is going to be the Victorian era in space, and they're saying it's going to have a blistering, wonderful night around the thrones and domains of the stars. I think they said full release is going to be available. It's going to be on Windows, Mac, and Linux.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be great. And it's actually it's gonna they say it's gonna elaborate on sunless seas.
Yes.
They're gonna enhance the things that we like and then refining the experience.
Honestly, they need to listen to the players, because one thing Sunless Sea didn't do is their end game is terrible. And once you're done with the stories, you're done with everything. What else is there to do? But and they could have made it a trading simulator. It'd be so awesome, but they didn't. They made trading lower in favor of story, and I get that. But what else have we got? We only have about 1 minute left, so let's
see. Let's get some backstory. So we have the Empress has abandoned London and led an exodus to high wilderness to carve out a new British Empire, with the empire being increasingly authoritarian. Bohemians, revolutionaries, and outcasts like you are trying to make a life for themselves on the fringes. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
I like it too.
Even though I've never played Sunless Sea, I will learn.
I might get it for you guys.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for like a good story.
I might get it for you guys. No, we can't play together. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, and we can tell our captain's stories later on. Next episode, we're going to be talking about Assassin's Creed and how all those historical sequences are going to be in Spanish. Can you guys handle subtitles? Hit us up at BossMode Pod on Twitter.
Yes.
And until next time we see you, the weight of the sea!